All right, so here's my first try at a video demonstration. So I'm going to read off my directions, and I'm not going to do every single step here, but I'm going to show you the general procedure. So it says fill the collection bottle to the very top. And I'm filling this so that it actually is bubbling up and is actually over the top. And then I'm going to measure it using a graduated cylinder. I'm going to use a funnel so that I don't spill any. Pour it in and measure my volume, and then record that volume in the data table. Then I'm going to fill a test tube a quarter full of water. That's about a quarter. And then I'm going to dry the top of the test tube, the inside top, with a piece of paper. I want to make sure that all the moisture is out of the top of this. Now I'm going to set this in my little beaker. This beaker is just being used as something to hold this so it doesn't tip over. Now I need to get the mass of the test tube with water and Alka-Seltzer. So whenever somebody's handling the Alka-Seltzer, they should have a glove on. We don't want to transfer any moisture from our hands to the Alka-Seltzer tablet. So there's my, and I've got just a piece of Alka-Seltzer I'm going to be using for this demonstration. So I've got my bottle and my Alka-Seltzer on here with the water in it, get my mass, and then record the mass. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a watch, fill my water bottle up all the way. And then I'm going to use this watch glass to keep the water in. And I can see that I didn't fill it all the way. So I place the watch glass on top of here and it acts like a temporary cover. I'm going to turn it upside down and then remove the watch glass when I've got it upside down. You want to be sure that there's no bubbles on the top here. So I don't have any gas bubbles on the top, so I did a good job. So I've got the bottle opening under the level of the water. I remove the watch glass, and then I'm going to insert, I'm going to tip this to the side and insert the rubber tubing like that. Now, it's good to have somebody keep their hand on this bottle at all times. Obviously, I'm here by myself, so I can't keep my hand on here all the time, so I'll just try very carefully not to have this tip over. But somebody should keep their finger on this the whole time. Now, the next thing says clamp the test tube in the test tube holder, and you're going to screw this down. And I'm going to tilt this so that the level of the water is it's about as sideways as I can get it. Then I'm going to place that Alka-Seltzer tablet so it's in the end. Remember, I'm using my gloves so I don't get it wet at all. Right there. And then quickly I'm going to put the cap in. It'll push the Alka-Seltzer in, and then make sure your rubber stopper's in there, and it's going to start to produce gas. Keep your hand on this at all times so that it doesn't tip over, because it'll get more and more tipsy as that gets more gas in it. Now you're going to allow this to go to completion. You can see that it's bubbling right here. I'm going to go to it's bubbling very slowly. It's a little bit of an estimate thing, but when it's bubbling very slowly and you just have a few bubbles, that's when you can go ahead and stop the reaction. To stop the reaction, you're going to remove the cork. I'm going to pretend that enough time has gone by here. You're going to let this go till this is no longer bubbling very much at all. So I'm going to stop the reaction by removing the cork. Again, somebody's going to be holding on to this so this bottle doesn't tip over. I'm going to measure and record the mass of the bottle and water. Remember, the Alka-Seltzer is in there. Then I'm going to pull the tube out, put the watch glass back on, and then flip it right side up again. and then measure the volume of the water. I'm going to record this volume on my data table and then continue with my calculations. I should have enough information now to be able to calculate the density. Look on the board if you have any questions, because I have what the information you need to record is done step by step. And that should be it.